Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking into the T95E6, a Tier 10 American heavy tank collector. In certain aspects, it's great. It's got a good gun, very strong damage per minute values, and fantastic mobility, with some pretty good hull-down capabilities suiting its 10 degrees of gun depression. But in other aspects, it's really bad. Sure, it's got good armor and hull-down capabilities, but its upper plate is not great at that, and its turret, well, it has that massive cupola rate on the roof, and frankly, if you have enough pen, you just cut straight through the turret cheeks alone. The gun, it's got good DPM values. I mean, if you're running gun rammer, you're up to 2,850 damage per minute. But at the same time, the vehicle's dispersion at 0.326 combined with the 3.4 seconds of aiming time and pretty bad on movement dispersion values make it not so good at actually snapping shots and using it like you would a normal T10 gun. So it's great. But it's also got some bad things. It's like, well, yes, but actually no. But the one thing that you really can't knock about this vehicle is the mobility. Sure, it only goes 42 kilometers per hour. Vehicles like the IS-7, WZ-113, and WZ-111-5A are able to go upwards of 50 kilometers per hour. But the 42 on this tank is not to be made fun of, judging that it's got a power-to-weight ratio of 21.5, making it one of the fastest straight-line heavies getting up to top speed in the game. It's actually really, really impressive. Uphill, downhill, doesn't really matter what terrain you're on, it is getting up to around 40 kilometers per hour. So very, very nice on that aspect. So how does the tank actually play? Well, the first thing we want to break into is the armor profile. This is it on flat ground. Now, obviously, this is with heat and with calibrated shells from an E5, so 374 millimeters of effective penetration, which is pretty good. And if you're fully hauled down, well, you'll see it's not actually too bad. The upper plate is upwards of 394 millimeters thick, and even the edges of the turret are still pretty okay at 280 to 300 millimeters. Unfortunately, when you load AP shells, you can still see there are some weak spots here and there, which you can penetrate at 258, so it's okay. I mean, heat shells will butter straight through the turret, and don't even get me started on this cupola. Sure, the cupola is very troll. In fact, certain parts of it are upwards of 300 millimeters thick, but if you do hit dead center on it, yeah, you're going to cut through almost every time at 229 thick. I mean, every tier 8 and 9 would probably cut through that, so let alone tier 10, it's really not amazing. I do like the tank, though. The concept behind it is really cool. It's got a super troll upper plate that you can see is about 200 base, and honestly, you can get some pretty troll bounces on that upper plate, judging that it is a very steep angle. But nothing means anything until we actually get into some gameplay. Now, you will notice that in today's thumbnail, I actually have a picture of the tank with no cupola on it. In fact, you can see that picture right here. I personally wish that the tank looked like this. Imagine how strong the vehicle would be if that cupola never existed. It would be such a strong vehicle. It wouldn't be really incredibly broken, though, because, I mean, you can see its upper plate is very weak, same for the lower plate, and even when fully hauled down, its turret is still very, very susceptible to heat shells. I mean, you can't even angle it because you'll cut right through. Vehicles like the Concept 1B are going to be released into the game, and the Concept 1B is basically a T95E6 with a stronger upper plate, more mobility going 45 kilometers per hour, and as well about the same DPM and a better turret with no weak spot. It really just kind of laughs in this vehicle's face. And that's kind of sad because, yeah, I really want to like the E6. It's not a bad vehicle by any means, but it's also not good. It's just average. That's what I put it at. There's nothing really ridiculously amazing about the vehicle that makes it stand out to other tier 10s, but there's nothing bad either. It can do very well. It's got good mobility. That's really the big standout key, but I mean, you can still see the mobility while you get up to speed. It's definitely not like a 113 or a 5A or even the IS-7 where you're able to pounce at 50 kilometers per hour. So here we go. We've already got an enemy Foch 155 off to the side who is actually trying to get some shots into our team. So we'll see if I can get some shells at myself. Hello, Mr. Foch. Let's get a nice shell into you. Load in a heat shell. And obviously the heat on this vehicle, I mean, it cuts straight through enemy armor. Do have to be a little bit worried, though, out of vehicles like that Skoda over here. Or not the Skoda, but the, whatever it is, the TVP 5051. Let's see if I can get another tap, though, into that Foch. Can't fire an HE into him, but I'll take it. We got a nice pen in anyway for 360. So with that, we're doing okay here. We've got the IS-4 off to the side. Maybe we can get a nice tap into his vehicle. There you go, 441. And let's back up again. I mean, we're getting some shells out here and there. You can see where the gun does feel pretty nice. Oh, that's a 268, and perfect. Nice bounce rate on the superstructure. And there you go. Nice 400 tap straight back into his vehicle. So with that, we're doing pretty good, honestly. I mean, we've gotten some shells out here and there. Hopefully that Kramdong is going to get some shells out. We got the IS-4 over here. There you go. Nice tap. And get, again, another bounce straight on the turret. I mean, this is where the vehicle is surprisingly holding up very well to shells. Oh, there's another nice tap into the IS-4. With that, we've already taken 1,200 hit points off of him. And we are hopefully going to continue to take more hit points off of the enemy. There you go. Nice tap into the Maushin. Let's reload again. We got the 75. We got the Maushin over here. Oh, once again, let's aim in another shell onto this poor guy. You could see there, just for a brief moment, that the aiming time on this tank is lackluster. I mean, it's definitely not bad when you compare it to other tier 10 heavies, but it's also not amazing. Nice fire into that guy, and all that's left is the TVP 5051. With that, we're sitting over 3,500 damage in this game, and well, hopefully we're going to be breaking that 4,000 damage barrier. Oof, nice HE for 518 buckaroos there. This guy, he's a little worried about me, but I'm not going to complain. We did good and won that battle pretty dang easily. That was a good scenario of where the tank's gun and DPM, plus very nice penetration, can work well, but I'm not going to make an argument here because I could have pulled out a 113 or an IS-7 or probably any vehicle in tier 10 and farmed on the enemy team. I mean, that was an easy win at that. So let's do another game, see if we can perform just as well or if it's going to be a little bit harder. Now, what would I compare the playstyle of this tank to? It's kind of like a Patton combined with an E5. I mean, it's got good haul-down capabilities, enough to bounce almost any medium. And that's where this tank is very strong because, I mean, we're obviously looking at the armor here when a tier 10 heavy with calibrated is aiming at it. But let's say it's a medium tank, a vehicle like the M60. Well, it becomes very different. I mean, sure, the cheeks are still pinnable, but most people don't like to run Cali on their medium. So yeah, that turret actually becomes quite strong. Strong enough to bounce a lot of shells frontally. Here is a fantastic map for the E6. We are on mines, and well, we're going to see what we can do here on mines just to see what the enemy has. So they got a 5A, very strong hull-down tank, as we know, as I personally love it. Apart from that, though, they don't really have much. I guess you could go hull-down in the 62A, but the nice thing about this tank is because it's so fast, we should actually be able to get a shot into vehicles like that 62A if they try crossing. Oh, come on, 60 TP. Alright, let's actually go. Speed is key. You can see just how much faster I am than a vehicle like that 60 TP in acceleration. Even up this hill, easily going 41 kilometers per hour. Speed is key. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's go. Alright, perfect. We are now into position. We got the 183 off to the side, and, well, there's that not-so-good dispersion, and wow, I can't actually believe that. I missed the 183, and he's able to snap a shell into my turret cupola. Man, I love this game sometimes. Alright, well, let's aim it on this 5A. Oh, not penning that either. I'm just loving this so far. This is so fun. Alright, well, let's see. That 183, he was back there. Maybe we can, oh, there's the grill. And, wow, we actually hit the grill. Oh, there you go. There, finally getting that bounce that we so deserved from the enemy. The grill, he's being quite aggressive for a tank that he's in. And, well, let's get a nice tap into that WZ-111 5A. Hopefully that enemy, or, yeah, hopefully that enemy 183 is going to be spotted by the 121, because if not, I am very, very worried. But good news is we get another tap into that 5A. You can see that the heat pen on this tank is very, very capable of cutting through armor, which makes it feel very, very strong. And it definitely is. I'm just worried that the 183 is going to chunk a shell into my vehicle and ruin my game. So we're just chilling here. Oh, there you go. 62A poked it. Nice tap into his tank. There you go. Sitting at 1,500 damage now, which I'll take. That's half of 3,000 already. So, yeah, pretty strong on that aspect. That 62A is just kind of chilling there still. Gotta be worried about that 183, though. Really, really worried about that 183. Is he back there? Definitely back there. The question is, how much of a threat is he? Well, that 62A, I'm just looking at his vehicle through his gun, and that means he's really right at the edge of that rock, as you can clearly see. So I don't know if he's going to poke it. We're going to find out. But right now, oh, you know what? Honestly, I'm just going to tap a shell into the lower play of that 5A. There you go. Nice tap for 389. I mean, honestly, I don't know if that 183 is poking that spot anymore. I would honestly think that he'd be detected from me being at such an aggressive position, which means to me that he's either gone into that bush or he's changed spots. But either way, we are doing very strong right now. Gotten some pretty beefy shells out into the enemy. Hopefully the 62A... Ooh, I don't know if I can pen that, but didn't hurt to try, did it? Hopefully our 121 will get it. Oh, that poor guy. I think we actually did spot that 183 for a second there, but you know what? I'll finish off the 5A, and I will also get tapped by 3 tanks at once. That grill fired at me. Man, we just lost a huge chunk off our vehicle, didn't we? But good news is that we are winning this. I actually think that I got hit by a camping 50B, if I'm not mistaken. No, I did not. Okay, well, let's see if we can get a shell into that 183. Nice tap, 388 there. And, of course, because I was able to back up quick enough, and because I actually have camo, he was not able to spot me. Yeah, that 183, he's probably not enjoying this battle all too much anymore. Oh, but there's the boss shot on. Getting a penetrating shell into my vehicle, and that's not too good either for my tank, so let me just slowly... Okay, well, apparently an E50M that hasn't been spotted, to what I'm aware, the entire game is camping in the back. Well, what did I expect? This is Blitz, and I'm a taker, so, yeah, you always gotta get hit by those undetected vehicles. Wow, you bounced that. That's impressive. Well, either way, this was a pretty good battle. I mean, it wasn't great, and you could clearly see that the 183 hit me right in the cupola weak spot. Because of that, I died. I definitely would not have died this game if that 183 had not hit that spot. And that is why I really wish that they just remove it. I mean, I don't get why it exists. It would not be broken if it still had it removed. I mean, the E5 got its spot removed, and the tank only became super strong after Wargaming gave it speed buffed. I think that the tank would be really good, and I think that it would be one of the strongest tier 10s for doing things. Unfortunately, right now, it definitely struggles. Hopefully, our team is going to be able to kill this, well, they definitely are, but yeah, let's just watch this E50M lose what was all of his hit points. Man, that guy, I really don't know what to say. Why would you put your tank in that scenario? Well, enemy team's got 2 tanks left. They got King of something, and they got Rusty Engine. We should hopefully be able to come out with that victory. There you go, he's taken out. And all that's left is E-Boss, Shotteon 25 ton, who is most likely going to be killed by this WZ-113 GFT in just a moment. We're going to find out, though. Come on, guys, you can do it. I believe in you. I actually think, out of all the tanks here, I think that this guy's going to get the kill. I don't know, though. It's tricky. That actually M60's there. Maybe not. Maybe this 4005 is going to get it. Yep. I really thought that bat chat would run off. That's what I'd personally do, but, well, I guess I'm just built different. Let's see how we did in this game. I think we did over 3,000 still, and, super close, 2856. Clearly, we could have done more damage, and I got unfortunate there. I mean, the 183 managing to hit me in my weak spot is like a 1 in 100 shot. If you've ever used the 183, you just know how inaccurate it is. But the tank is very nice on certain things. The gun's good, it's got good mobility, great hull-down capabilities. I like the E6, I've always have. But imagine this tank, but better hull-down capabilities and a better gun. Oh wait, yeah, it's the Yo. It's kind of sad. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video on this tank, talk about my personal feelings, and obviously the Blitz fair is rolling around the corner very soon, so I figured might as well talk about this tank before it does roll around in the Blitz fair. That way, if it does come out, you guys have an opinion on the vehicle. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. Now, how much is this tank worth? I'd say 20 bucks. That's about it. Anything more, and it's not really worth it. The only reason I'd say $20 is because it is a tier 10, and even if it was the worst tier 10 in the game, I mean, 20 bucks for a tier 10, yeah, it's not a terrible deal. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!